Ladies and gentlemen, allow me call in the next presidential candidate. He believes and he says, together we can achieve. Ladies and gentlemen, we will welcome Enoch Tumwine to usher in.
The chairperson, Electoral Commission, and his commissioners, the moderators of today, our guild president who is present, and his cabinet, yes. Our fellow students, especially from Kampala Study Center, and those listening to us via Zoom.
Excuse me, Enoch. Excuse me. Can we have order and be in a respectful and very disciplined manner? Let's listen to him, then we can make the conclusions after. Thank you.
My fellow candidates, I greet you in the name of God, so Almighty Allah, and good afternoon. I'm here to present you my manifesto as a group president who intends to be the best among the contestants. I wish to stick on my academics. How do I wish to stick on academics? For example, we have had great graduations where we do our exams in May and graduate in another year in February, which is not right. Some students have failed to get jobs, and it has led to a delay in employment where they need their academic transcripts and they don't exist. Extension of lecture rooms and library, especially academic, especially Kampala campus. I was once at Kampala campus. The lecture rooms are so squeezed, and they are not catering for the increasing number of students. Even here at main campus, students are studying under tents, and when it comes 2 p.m., there is too much heat from the sun, which affects them academically. We shall go to finance, as we are very much aware that most of the students are not from rich families. We have had this issue of surcharge. In my term of office, I will make sure the surcharge comes in the last month. And if so, it must be communicated earlier, because we have always been informed in 1 week time. And even if you intend to secure a loan for school fees, it won't be processed in time. So it should be communicated in time so that our parents get informed. I intend to focus on health. I shall make sure we have medical camps from NGOs and other hospitals, private hospitals, where students can test for free, know their health status, and we have because it has to be prioritized. I intend to have accountability to the GRCs and fellow students. Most of us are not even informed of what is going on in the cabinet. We shall make sure through my Minister for Information, let you know about what is going on in the Guild cabinet and what we intend to do for you students. Religion. You are very much aware that our institution is based on religion. Where we have not been strong, we shall be having conferences where students will get saved and and in a spiritual way. Fellow students, as I conclude, my slogan is together we can achieve. I call upon you to join me and we achieve our main goal and join the office. Enoch oye! Enoch oye! Enoch oye! I submit.
Ladies and gentlemen, can we have order? Order. Enoch had set the room going crazy. He echoed something about Kampala campus, and they are online watching. He says he believes and suggests that together we can achieve. Thank you, Enoch, for your submission. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me at this moment welcome our very own General Narinda to usher in his mandate. Ladies and gentlemen, order. Ladies and gentlemen, Narinda Cosmas says aluta continua, which means the struggle still continues. Thank you.
The high table, guild presidents present, Mr. Basi, Mr. Judy, I see in the audience, Mr. Jian, I am very profound regret to address you this very afternoon. I'm happy this very afternoon. First of all, I'm giving a presidential debate address that I've shared you a riff over, and also Kampala campus, I think they are watching online. I've sent you a copy, and people on my WhatsApp group and different WhatsApp groups, I've sent you copies. I've just now. I can assure you, you just peruse through as we just move on. For record purposes, listen, for record purposes, I'm called Narinda Cosmos, mostly known as Jema, and most people know me as Karwan also. So I'm a year 3 student, 23 years of age. I'm very young. Hey, you see, let me communicate. I'm very young. You see, some people confuse age. Someone may be young, but with ideology. But someone old, but with a young ideology. It doesn't matter. So, thank you very much for attending today. At this moment, Sepok, you will allow me with much joy. Thank every other person who is supporting me for the far we have gone. We are very silent majority, and I see people are supporting me. Thank you very much. Customer candidate Muchirawa, are you seeing what I've been telling you? People have been mobilizing. Now, ladies and gentlemen, allow me with great pleasure address you this very afternoon. I have used much of very hard English in my report, but I'm going to just paraphrase and you get? But you read. Those who know the history of UPU, this is my second time to contest. And members, I plead so much. Please this time make me a choice. Please this time make me a choice. Try me. I'm showing you high resistance and high level of resilience. I'm very glad to marathon through my agenda. I don't want to go much in my introduction and preamble. I want to range from academics, social life. People with copies, you can be reading. Academics, social life, or social development, project implementation, and finance. I don't want to do many things, but I want to promise what I can manage. Now I know what I promise I manage. Okay? So, one, academically, or in the flow of academia, what we call academia in very, much of you may know that English, you know academia, what it means. So, I want, one, on the issue of results, I want to create a cross-sectional command center that in such a way that we should create some triangular pyramidal prism, you know? Are you getting? So that the one who teaches us or who lectures us should not be the same person who marks us, should not be the same person who enters our marks. We are fighting against issues of bias, because some lecturers are biased. I'm told and I'm informed and I have result on that. So let us agitate for transparency so that we can equally pass through the same system. Okay? Another thing, or secondary, now, I want to create a very strong rapport. Okay, a minute. One minute. One, I want, for academics, let me stop there. Let me now attack the social part of it. I want the UPU students, because I've come to learn that I will be a great president also for Kampala students. We should have so many people and so many engagements with the people at the study center. Are you getting? We should have people at the study center socializing with us. We should have we should have them in the same ceremonies with us. If we have a beauty pageant, they should also attend theirs. Not having two ceremonies in one institution. Draw a conclusion, sir. Conclusively, I want to be accountable. I don't know why the watch is moving first when I come to the podium. But conclusively, members, I encourage you to read my manifesto. I've shared you a novel. And conclusively, I want to create an accountable leadership. And please let us continue the struggle. Aruta continua. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, General Cosmas Karwani. Karwani says, Aluta continua, the struggle still continues. And he says he focused more on political gambodaism, I can say, but it is okay. Now, ladies and gentlemen, on to the next program. We shall have to get a set of one general question. One general question from the moderators aimed at, it will begin from whichever round the moderators choose. It will be answered in 3 minutes, and mind you, the presidential candidates, let's be mindful of time. Because leaders, yes, sometimes leaders are born, but leaders have to respect time. So, moderators, the moderators.
Thank you, candidates, for the shrewdness you're exhibiting, and I believe the audience are really picking out for the noble candidate fit for the next girl presidentship. My question, listen keenly because I will not repeat. Attention is key. Here I go. Rank the top 3 gilt hypothetical scenarios that need prompt attention and justify your priorities. For mercy, audience, let's listen. You have 3 minutes. And pay attention. Ladies and gentlemen, if we make noise before these people talk, before they answer. So I'd request as we give questions, we at least try and we give them that listenership. So that they listen, then they analyze and they answer. I repeat. I would request that the order used takes toll.
A moderator. Mchwezi Richard Luhinda, candidate for the presidential seat. Are you set enough? Are you conversant with the question and you set it rolling? Mchwezi, you are highly welcome. 3 minutes. Take over. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, my fellow, at least you have seen the capability and the nobility in a leader. As witnessed by my fellow candidate general, who says that I'm not only a compendium, but a concordance in this regard of material. Here, our listeners allow me to prompt a rush at the question, where they are asking for the 3 gilt hypothetical scenarios. These profound grounds that a guild leadership must. Yes. Thank you very much once again, moderators.
Excuse me.
Yes.
We are not doing a debate competition. So as moderators, we will not be there to say he has answered correctly or wrong. You are the main judges as voters. Make sure when you hear the question, you also interpret it and seek for the keywords in the question, you analyze it, and then you relate with what the candidate is giving you, so that you matter whether this person has given you the correct response. I thank you. Proceed, sir.
Thank you very much. At least he has thrown in more light onto this for those who are listening here and outside, even our Kampala people. The most aggrieved actually are the Kampala people. That moderator, I didn't know that the debates meant reading hypothetical papers as my fellow candidates were doing, but I've learned it from the Uganda Pentecostal University. Therefore, to rush at the question, allow me state these hypothetical grounds for which a guild leader, a guild president must stand for. Like I had enunciated in the first place, you ought to believe that as the guild leader,
one thing you must do is to bridge up the gap, is to make sure that the connectivity between you and the administration is free to perfect what serves the community. And the community to us is our voters, our constituents, the folk whom we represent to the administration. Therefore, for that reason, we need capability in this, we need nobility. If you are to act as a guild, you must be with that capacity, with the nobility of eloquence. No, but I have been inconvenienced by your table. You cannot say that this is total corruption.
It is okay.
It is total corruption. You know, as a leader, you must be assertive. This is all I have to prove to you. Because one thing that even when your marks have been not been fully put to your records, I must stand and say your marks must be awarded to you. That's what I mean by the nobility of representing you assertively. Yes, I'm not a shaky person. Therefore, on number 3 ground, that is doing the lobbying like I had told you from the earliest, that we need a leader, a guild leader who must not be a ceremonial leader within the vicinity of the campus, but you ought to go out and do lobbying for the university. Imagine you look at UPU, we don't have a van. A van in its circle would be doing marketing. But here we have always had ceremonial leaders, ceremonial guild. Yes, I praise where they have reached all around within the vicinity, but the lobbying is more desirous if we are to meet the best. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. I have the total nobility, I have the total capacity to represent UPU, not merely to go and read papers whenever a need arises to represent the university. We should not be ashamed. Never should we be ashamed to have a leader who is going to read papers whenever a need is arising, whenever universities have conglomerated, whenever universities have convened. A leader who goes to read papers, we need a reader who can read from his medulla oblongata. A reader who can... Ladies and...
Thank you, Mr. Mchozi. I believe, ladies and gentlemen, I believe this goes to the candidates. This goes to the candidates. You guys had your manifesto done. You had all the jargons done. Once we put a question, answer the question. And I will expect the EC members to help us on the people who try to overshout. Thank you.
Thank you, the Chief Moderator. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I want us to be guided. He says the panel is corrupted, but I think we should not take it in. It is off record. The panel is impartial. Honorable Mchwezi, withdraw the statement. Thank you. It is taken in. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me welcome Presidential candidate Bunani Julius to mainly focus and center on answering the question. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, we have been posed by a question which says we bring out the hypothetical guilty grounds, and I've come with 3 points, and you'll allow me to utter them out. One, it is academic integrity. Another thing is mental health and wellness of guild. Thank you. Order. Yes. answered the question, it's you to draw the conclusion and say, I take in the answer or not. Thank you. Allow me welcome presidential candidate Michael Taremwa to answer the questions posed before him. Thank you.
Thank you. Members, let us listen each other, please. The question asked, please, is seeking that what are we going to be doing as you elect us? That the law that we are going to be taking and upholding. One factor is that I have got is financial management. Administration mismanagement of funds have left some demands and debits in our guild government. Altogether. So we are going to advocate for that so that we recruit from this anonymous. Mukatiru Mungaro. You people, I love you so much. That's why I came. I'm a leader. Let us listen. Another one is student protests. You people, do you know the reason why most students at universities always protest? They have the challenges, they have the issues in their life. I'm sure I'm going to work for you people. Leave. But I'm sure that I'm going to work with you and cooperate with you, and as well as enhancing collaboration. As a factage, one factor remaining. And it is called conflict of interest. So please, those are the core three main things that have come up with the question asked. I know Kampala students are listening and they are innocent. They are seeing a leader who will fight for them. You see, we have very many challenges, you people. There is a problem that we have, that problem of loss of our maxes. I don't know when I look at it. We present our papers there, sometimes our maxes delay. We check on portals, they are not there. I submit.
That need prompt attention and justify your priorities. Enoch Tumwine, presidential candidate, come and justify your priorities.
Thank you, moderators. Hypothetical scenarios means action in our term of office. As I earlier told you, I intend to do effective supervision with especially lecturers. Some of you know, since the semester began, some lecturers have never attended lectures, they teach online. Whereas some of the students don't have data, others have poor network, others maybe don't have smartphones, and at the end of the semester, you are given a retake of which you will pay for. Secondly, as I told you, I was once at Kampala campus. They have a small library. I shall advocate for extension of the library, where some of the students, we have go and pick a book. Tomorrow you are required to bring it because it's only 1 or 2. And yet we need to research. Thirdly, I told you I shall emphasize on health. We shall have medical camps where we shall have free medical tests and free health, serve them at free cost. Thank you very much.
Thank you, presidential candidate Tumwine Enoch, for justifying your priorities as matters in regards to the question. Ladies and gentlemen, let's allow presidential candidate General Cosmas Karwani to come and justify his views.
Thank you very much, the MC. Before I speak, I want to seek diligence from the community and the table of chambers whether it is good for someone in a suit to come here and murdering people in suits. Do you get me one? Okay. Another thing, I want to refer you to my last pages on my manifesto. The disparities we are facing now, or hypothetical so-called, one of them now, one of the things, or the three issues that we have that are pending, we have two institutions, and of which people at Kampala campus have never faced these very people going there to campaign. That shows, are you getting? So we seek to address them. In my first 100 days of office, I will make sure I sit, or I make my first sitting at Kampala to address those. Secondly, we are running two institutions, both at Kampala and here, which are facing a sanitation problem where we have, even some people don't know where toilets are. But we have smaller stenches of toilets compared to the number of students with written agreements of BC. Thirdly, I will make sure, because people at the Mutua campus are not well conversant with people at the Kampala Study Center. I'm going to create a connection system to make sure that we have one group that unites us and we always have ceremonies together. Even now they are in papers. For us, we are not yet having papers. It means we run different programs. Surely, we must address that. Thank you very much, moderator.
Thank you, General Cosmas Karwani Narinda, for your submission in regards to the question. Now, members, we are diving into a second set of questions, which will be a specific question. Questions will be posed to each individual. You will be having 3 minutes to answer the questions. There will be 2 questions. We shall have the first round, then the second round. I thank you. To the moderators, I think you can take over.
Thank you so much, the MC of today. Ladies and gentlemen, we are taking the next session of the debate. The MC will request that you rest a bit, Kato, Gilbert, to take you into another task.
Thank you so much, everyone. It's been the room is getting heated up. We have firebrand candidates, and my question now is the simplest of the questions you'll answer today. Just pay attention and answer this. For this time round, I will request that you don't stand. I respect you so much, and you'll have to answer this question while seated. Just get the microphone. After answering, pass it on to the next candidate. Dear honorables and guild presidents to be, and this will be service. All of you at once. Now, this is the question coming to you. We believe that you're going to give us service. These students here are eager. The noise they are making is the noise of eager. We believe that service delayed is service denied. Justify that. The usual order. You have 1 minute to do that simple question. Let's begin from the other side now. We shall keep changing. Let's begin from Cosma.
Maybe matters clarity, you can repeat the question.
I beg you pardon.
The question resonates about service, and we were saying that service delayed is service denied. Justify that.
Service delayed is service denied. Am I spelling it well? One, this has happened simply because we have not had different integrations with the administration, and our parliament, as I say now, if I may give an example, it doesn't have the speaker for Muchwa. It means our issues have been sat on. Now we need a leader who will boost and legally approach that. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Service delayed means service denied. It means we have to front the core issues which need urgent attention, and they must be worked upon with immediate effect.
Yes, the question asked is that the service delivered is service denied. Excuse me? Excuse me? Here, we all understand that the factors that always bring us or force us to be your leaders. But sometimes there are things that we need to prioritize. And these services that we are all eyeing at, we are the leaders that we are going to elect. We have to be very observant. We have to work hand in hand. Even it depends on the type of ministerial that we are going to have. But I believe that once we sit in a manner way and we select objectiveness and competence to address our challenges and issues, I believe our university shall be ranked one of the most university that has competent leaders who can push it very far. Altogether. And our services, I believe, are going to be delivered at hand. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. The answer is if the service is delayed to be delivered, I want to respect you. You allow me, I stand. If the service is denied, because following my motto, competency, I have the ability to do something. That means I will take the effective action on that such that the service is provided. Bonani oye!
Once again, my folks, as the question goes, that service delayed and service denied, better late than never. This is the only time that you have a suitable person to fulfill a less and remove the disparities between and those inconveniencing issues that have been delaying for services. I'm the only biggest answer in this race, because when you look at it, you would see that my colleagues want to be assertive and courageous. Here a leader is bold. I'm going to effect it and put it to perfection. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you everywhere.
Ladies and gentlemen, attention. Thank you very much. Zoe. Yeah. So we are going for individual questions. It means the questions we are going for, the session we're going for, goes specifically to what you've just, part of what you've just uttered. We've gone for a portion of the many things that you so far have talked about. Therefore, every question from us will be deep into your manifesto. We expect the best answers and promptly on time. Each question is going to take 1 minute. Be time conscious and on answer. I thank you. And I hand over to Councillor Mikai Maureen.
Thank you so much, Mr. Julian. This goes to Precious. Richard.
That's my name.
Yes. Precious.
No, Richard is my name.
All right. Richard, this goes to you. In your manifesto, you said you traveled and you have gone across the country, right?
True, very true.
How would you ensure that students of the Almighty Pentecostal University are offered an opportunity to have exchange program with other universities in Uganda?
Thank you very much. I'm humbled to receive such a question. In the great capacity of it, indeed, I have traveled to 19 countries. Even as I'm here, I'm seeking an audience to meet His Excellency of the mighty Kenya, William Ruto. Yes, I have in the similar event. I'm seeking to meet Dr. Rusi. Dr. Rusi is the VC of Egerton University, Kenya, and I have promised based on the doctrine of promissory estoppel, that I will not regurgitate, that I will never
DJ, your microphones are on and off.
I'm saying that based on the doctrine of promissory estoppel, that I will not regurgitate my words. I will make sure that my guild council will go with me as I meet those people in Kenya. It so happens that my mother is a Samia from Kenya. I have strong bonds with Kenyans, and I'm sure, please, ladies and gentlemen, I will call my guild people. Thank you very much.
Time is up.
One thing I need in this is to
DJ, have a correction of your devices. They are on and off. Stabilize the antennas if need be. Ladies and gentlemen, let's have some attention, please. Attention. DJ, sort your microphones, please. Okay, this question goes to Enoch. Audience, please.
Isingoma.
Enoch. Sir Enoch, I think you're ready. In your manifesto, you stated, and on record, DJ, I repeat, to Mr. Enoch, in your statement you have stated, and it is on record, that payment of surcharge. DJ, be professional, please. You've stated, and it is on record, that payment of surcharge will be implemented in the last month of the semester. Don't you think surcharge is a haunting idea to students? And can it, by the way, be eradicated according to you? Can I repeat? Yes. You've got it?
Repeat.
I'm saying, in your statement or in your manifesto, you have stated, and it is on record, that payment of surcharge will be implemented in the last month of the semester. Do you think surcharge is a haunting idea to students? And by the way, can it be fully eradicated?
Yes. Thank you very much, Mr. Moderator. It might not be fully eradicated, but it can be reduced, since most of the students here are daughters and sons of peasants, and they need to behave.
Honorable Talemwa, you can get hold of the microphone and we get through this. It's a policy issue. You're coming on board as a guild president, and you are noting out a number of issues which the members here agree they are pressing issues. What innovative policies are you bringing on board as a guild president to address those key pressing issues?
Thank you. There are initiatives that we have tried to come up with, me and my team. But before that, people, please don't forget Tarima Michael. All together. I'm so brave that I'm going to fight for you. Okay. The question asked, please, is that we have what we call debate, budget reading day. That is one of our initiatives that we are going to implement while taking place in designating areas, in areas of carrier codes, in areas of Halokoto, Kachwamba, you get, while celebrating that day. In the policies that we have seen these former governments that have been in place. There are things that have done, there are failures that we have embraced, but also we are here to uphold their success, and we stand from there and we learn from them. The policies, number one of my policy that I want to implement as my best initiative is that we should have a complete sensitization. That is, do you need any more? We should have a complete sensitization. Someone is asking that how? But let me tell you that once we come into the power, I'm sure I'm going to work with these people. They are my friends, we are going to work together. And Amina, I think I'm done.
Okay, comprehension is key. If you don't listen, you will answer irrelevant things. This goes to Julius. Julius, in your manifesto, you are talking about lectures and students who are missing lectures. The question is, sometimes lectures are started late by our lecturers and ignored by students. How would you ensure that lecturers and students attend?
Thank you so much for the question. On my manifesto, I have a point of a thoroughly report and supervision. So I'll make sure that I make a thorough supervision to the lecturers and some students. You find they are late and they have not communicated to the lecturers. So I'll make sure I communicate at least every month to make gender generalities to think the problems around the students. Thank you so much. Okay.
Okay, this will work. Honorable Cosma. This is a question goes to you. In your manifesto, academia comes as a pressing issue to you and to the students. They all agree with you. I want you to list out the current trend that you think has gone wrong in academia and show us the clear
Pardon? Is that the question, the honorary question?
Yes, yes.
I'm surprised. The question is not complete. I cannot.
Thank you so much. I like the fact that you know that it is not complete. Let's complete it now. You highlighted academia as a pressing issue, and you talked of the many trends you think you should change. What did you think has influenced the current trend, and you think it is the particular thing you'll come and change?
Now, if I may refer you to my second paragraph on that very page of academia, where I want to create a transparent system that someone who marks you should not be the same person who teaches you, should not be the same person who enters mark. Because some people are given retakes under bias. Some people are given retakes simply because they confronted the lecturers, you know. Some people are given retakes simply because they have communicated what the lecturers don't want to listen. Are you getting? Another thing, the issue of marks missing on the portal is surely very alarming. Because even Kampala campus students miss marks, even students here at your graduation, but they miss marks. They have been fighting. And I'm sure people have faced that, they know, because I know almost everyone has ever faced that if he's in second year and above. And I wish to address that, so having conclusive meetings with administrators, and we see the protocol of how we can handle papers mostly during exams. Because I cannot do a paper, I've registered, and you tell me my marks are missing. Surely, it shall be very embarrassing. And if it is not addressed, listen first. I want this man to understand this. If it is not, and
you're answering to them, not me.
Yeah, man, there are some people who are not understanding because you asked on behalf of many. Now, if those disparities are not addressed, we shall seek for legal address. I thank you.
Thank you, guys, ladies and gentlemen. Cosma.
Yes.
Let me just have you. Let me give you this so that you rest for good.
It's better. It's better.
A leader, not a boss. You suggest, and you stated that in your manifesto, right?
That?
A leader, not a boss. You suggest, and you stated that in your manifesto,
yes.
right?
Yes.
Have you fully readdressed the mitigating factors that had hindered you in the past time that you even failed?
Yes.
What deems you fit this time for this job?
Thank you very much. I'm very happy for that very question. One of the reasons why my contemporary by then Thaddeus Kure could have won that election, I think he can testify himself. I came very late, that's one, like Narinda has done. And I'm informing you. No, this is politics. We are not just in a game of here and there, cats and dogs. Now, I came late, well, that's one. Secondly, we were in the same class. That means we could separate. It was very hard for our agents to fully, mobilize our people. Because there was conflict of reality, if I may say. And another thing, I followed what my friend called celebrity panjandram, and I forgot mobilizing down. That's what has put me down. But now I have used other systematic ways of mobilization, other than violence, but diplomacy. That's what I've just learned, that my supporters should speak before me. That's why I should be a leader, not a boss.
All right. This goes to Julius. Julius. We now have different course units offered at our Uganda Pentecostal University. Within your powers of your guild, if given office, how would you ensure that our students get internship placements in some organizations and some institutes? Thank you.
Thank you so much, Madam, for a wonderful question. She has asked the question that how will I make sure our students get in touch with the NGOs, like where they can work for internship. I myself, I have an NGO called Peter Mutebi Ministries, and it sponsors students, and it is NGO even at Uganda Pentecostal. I have 4 students, so that means the students can go and carry out internship from the NGO I have, and even other NGOs. Thank you, Madam.
Thank you. This goes to Cosma. Cosmas?
Is it in order? Okay, it's fine.
No. Okay, this goes to Cosmas so we can leave Cosma alone. Cosmas, you said you have come for a better UPU. Proceed.
I did not utter that in my statement. I don't recall uttering it anywhere, and it is not written anywhere.
It's not.
Me, I quote that statement for a better UP. I have not written it anywhere. And I don't remember saying it.
I thought.
I disown the statement, therefore.
All right. Comprehension is key. Let us cross to Mr. Enoch. It is not a must that we are supposed to get questions from our manifestos. This goes to Enoch. Identify special interest groups represented in the Parliament of the Republic of Uganda. What roles do these special interest groups play in the Parliament that cannot be played?
Repeat.
Identify special interest groups represented in the Parliament of the Republic of Uganda. What roles do these special interest groups play in the Parliament of Uganda that cannot be played? Thank you.
One, among those special interest groups, we have the elders. They are represented. We have youth. They are represented. We have disabled. They are represented. And they have special cases which cannot be handled by some other people. For example, when you are lame, or if you have one eye and someone has two eyes, might not understand what you are going through, so you have to be represented. Then the youth, we don't have the same challenges with the adults. The elderly don't have the same challenges with people of the middle age, so that's why they are represented.
Candidate Munani Julius, in your fundamental points, specifically point 3, ladies and gentlemen, let's have attention. In your fundamental points, specifically point 3, that calls for equality, inclusion for all. Quoting the Constitution of UPU, Uganda Pentecostal University, which article gives you the authority to drive the above agenda?
Thank you so much for the very good question. And you know, Bonani Julius, he will be a guilty president of people, not for person. So he has asked a very good question, and the answer is Article 11 and 12.
Okay. The microphone, let's give the microphone to Honorable Ruhinda. Honorable Ruhinda, audience please. Honorable, let's listen to our leaders, please. Let's have some order and listen to our leaders. Listen to your leaders and make the informed decision. Now, Honorable, in your manifesto,
Yes, please.
it opens with a very good preamble telling me about the years you have. I will not mention them. It tells me the experience you have, and it speaks a lot about what you have done, the courses you've done. At some point in this country, the title president was banned to be used in any setting. By that time, even guilty presidents were not allowed to use it. I want you to tell me which year was this reinstated, and when it was reinstated, bodies were brought into place to safeguard it, and which body was that?
Question again?
At some point in this country, the title president was banned not to be used anywhere apart from head of state. At another point, this title was allowed to be used by everyone, so to say you can also become a big guilty president of the university. When was it reinstated, and which body was put in place to safeguard it?
Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, my folks, at least you have seen how we are debating. My good friend Cosmas has adduced it that he does not stand for debater to begin with. That means he is for the worst. He retracted the statement. Therefore, allow me to answer the question.
Order.
Allow me to answer the question. The title of president in this country was banned during the 60s, and that was the time where we used to have the Prime Minister for Uganda. And if any so, the body that reinstated it was by the empowerment of the Constitution. The empowerment of the Constitution, let alone shortly after some few years. So therefore, you can mark whatever you want if it's you who set these questions. Actually, there is another thing you ought to know. You cannot trust a hyena to keep care of your sheep. Yes, it's okay. Like Professor Lumumba has already stated. A moment. Like Professor Lumumba has always
Time up.
But actually, I'm not happy with the way, because questions are set in a bent manner.
Order. I think
Ladies and gentlemen,
the process, but we endure.
Mr. Muchwezi, when you say you're not happy because the questions are done, whatever, it means maybe you're trying to delve into what we are doing. I will request you to concentrate on the questions given to you. I believe we've been trusted and proven without reasonable doubt to do this work, and we are condemning it. And this question comes to you. You avert to amplify students' voice.
Yes, please.
Do you pin the current regime for failure to do so? And don't you think they have done enough to amplify the voice? What is that special idea that you will use?
Thank you very much, moderator. The current regime has not failed absolutely, but they never applied the technique I'm gonna apply, which will be the down top technique. This technique will involve all the students inclusive to always decide what we ought to foster for. In other words, we need a leader in this case who will always consult the students from different faculties at all levels and make sure that I represent what your mind gives me, not has been doing.
Thank you so much. If you perceive the question with anger, You will not answer what is supposed to be answered. This goes to Michael. Michael,
Yes.
I believe you have read the Constitution of the Mighty Pentecostal University.
Yes.
I want you to explain to your student that you're going to lead the Article 142 of Chapter 5. Thank you.
100 what? I beg your pardon, please, madam.
It is 142. Article 142, Chapter 5. I've helped you that. Proceed.
I think that article talks about speeches. In other words, we as a council, we can say it provides the speeches. Are we together? Yes.
Okay, Michael, we can do this at once. You came saying that you are coming as the greatest leader and the great stakeholder of the university.
Yes.
According to the university structure of leadership,
The number 3 is number 3, and I'm sure.
Such church has been in existence since time. Are you coming to office to eradicate such church, or it serves best for the administration? And are you ready to really fight and make a reduction of it or mitigate it?
Yes, that we understand that unexpected fees and the surcharges, they are burden to us students. Altogether, friends, we believe that some of us will come from humble families, and this should be a clear communication from the administration about any additional charges as a facility charge, that we are not going to allow any additional charge. We are not going to allow any additional surcharge. Enough is enough. However, you collaborate with me and stand with me. We are not going to allow them to add any more surcharge on the money that we always pay.
okay, you can pass the microphone to Enoch, Honorable Enoch. Honorable Enoch, in your manifesto and in your aired manifesto as well, the written and aired, you are highlighting the issue when it comes to academia. Your emphasis is on transcripts. And I want to know, according to the constitution of the mighty UPU and the mandate that you have as a guild president, with the limitations of powers, what are these specific key points that you're going to do and address this issue? Will you put their jobs in line? Will you arrest them? Will you sue them? How will you make sure that this is changed and these transcripts are given in time?
Thank you, Mr. Moderator. Pursuant to Article 6 of the Constitution, I'm mandated to promote and protect the interests of all members, including students. So, I will be bringing that under Article 6, as mandated by Article 6.
Well, we are going for the next session, and this session goes to the main participants of the new system, which is e-voting, that will determine who out of these 5 gentlemen becomes our next girl president of the mighty Uganda Pentecostal University. This session, we will allow each candidate to receive 2 questions from the audience. So we'll do round 1. That if we choose, for example, Sam Chezi, he gets a question. We go to Bunani, we go to Michael in that ascending order, and then we again pick another round for the second question from the other side, from Cosma up to this side. I request our MC to get the other microphone. We had 3 mics, right? 1 should remain on the table. Good. Stay. And this time you stand on the podium so that the person who will give you the question is really seeing you clearly, so that you don't mumble and ramble. Yeah. May I have the mic into the audience? 4. Question number 1 from the audience, Cosma Alinda.
Whoever has a question for Narinda Cosmas, you are free to air out your question. Cosmas, you can head to the podium.
Cosma to the podium. Anyone with a question for Narinda Cosma, the smiler?
Protocol observed.
Excuse me?
My fellow.
Answering is 1 minute.
Honorable Cosmas, this question goes to you. I'm called Nabasa and doing a bachelor's in journalism. For us we want a leader, not a politician. For us we are facing a problem of our studio there. Our studio, we have inferior equipment and we are facing that challenge. How will you do it when you go to your power? Thank you.
I'm privileged to answer you this afternoon, Mr. Nabos. Because that studio, I think, it happened to be there when I was there. And if you check in my manifesto, on the 2nd page of my manifesto, there is where I address...
Sakosma, answer the question.
That's where I'm heading.
No, answer the question and we proceed.
It's fine. Check there, all those grievances concerning journalism students, they are addressed there. We shall form a TV and a radio where our usual ceremonies like these ones should be broadcasted every time, now and again, not hiring people from outside. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And next to him is Mr. Enoch. Take the microphone and go to the podium. I hope the first candidate, the first person has the microphone. Mr. Kakuru, gender sensitivity.
No, the person
Be gender sensitive.
The hand was
Be gender sensitive. Be gender sensitive.
Mr. Enoch, Namka Christine, a voter. You've talked about the issue of transcripts and the delay in graduation. And I believe the people who have been in the office that you're looking up to have tried to solve that, but they have failed. How are you going to enforce that? You've cited the law, we appreciate, but we are looking at the enforceability. If the university fails to implement, what are you going to do?
As I earlier told you, and as a law student, we must follow the law. This constitution was established and it has to be followed. And when I'm standing on Article 6, and my duty is to represent you in the administration, it shall be addressed, and I hope it should be worked upon, because it's my
Thank
duty.
you. Next to him is Mr. Michael. Candidate Michael, take the microphone. Who gets the microphone? Who is ready for Michael? Ladies and gentlemen. Silence, please. Silence, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you. I'm by names of Bakunda Erisa, an LLB2 student. I'm sorry not for the order of questioning, but I would like to question every president that is there.
No. The order is we have candidate Michael on the podium and the question goes to him.
Okay, let me ask him.
Yes.
Michael, we are going to have an e-voting.
Yes.
And you know, some of the students, we don't have data.
Yes.
And the Wi-Fi is slow.
Yes.
And we are here to vote for you. Now, how are we going to vote for you?
Okay. You see, members, I want to thank our big man there for the question asked. And it has been audible enough that everyone has listened. We as leaders and candidates, the best achievement that we have done, we have tried to create groups. This group I was saying that the best achievement that we have tried to have as leaders, we have sensitized the people and we have formed groups. This issue of e-voting, it has suddenly come, but this is how we are going to embrace it so that every person, every student has to vote. Are we together? Now, the question table is that how? There is sensitizing you. Like when I call you in a group, like one by one, I say, oh, I make a certain online. What is sensitizing on how you are going to vote? Sometimes we need, let us listen, please. Order. People. This thing is very essential. Let us listen. One of the things that we have done, yesterday most of you were at campus. We tried.
Time up, Mr. Michael.
Order. We tried to reach out these lecturers on how they can be, on how they can teach these
Mr. Michael,
on how to be using those e-voting.
You listen, sir.
Because we believe. A minute, sir.
No.
Because we believe that these you people
cut off the microphone.
Michael, time up.
But the truth is,
discipline.
Michael, be disciplined. Be humble, put the microphone.
Candidates, please. Mr. Michael, that is the list I would expect from you. When I say time up, respect the moderators, please. Next question from the audience for candidate Bonani Julius. Be fast, and please candidates, I'm requesting, we are time barred and we must finish the session for you to reach out to your people. Make sure you answer promptly. Don't go around, don't beat around the bush.
Thank you so much. My name is Narinda.
Raise the microphone.
Thank you so much. My name is Nan. How do you plan to collaborate with the university administration while ensuring the guild remains independent and fights for the rights of the students?
Thank you so much. As I told you, thank you so much for the question. As I told you later, and it is in my manifesto that I'm a guild president who will be representing students but not the administrators.
Next question from the audience. From Mr. I believe you are now calm and you're okay with the proceedings, sir. Let's welcome Mr. Mchwezi on the podium. A question from Mr. Mchwezi.
Silence.
Let's observe silence, ladies and gentlemen. Where is the mic? Who's asking the question?
I'm here.
Okay.
My name is Muangs Benon, LLB2. You know, literally here we were asked questions, but I'm going to give you a question that is basically going to tackle what you have portrayed there. As a true leader, you must portray what they call emotional intelligence. So, sincerely speaking, I would love to know how best will you handle that once you have very many issues, a lot of concerns from students. Administration is also pressurizing you. You have gotten a lot of loopholes within students. People are speaking shit about you. You get the point? This was a presidential debate. I want you to clarify, show it to me that indeed emotional intelligence is not your problem.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, that's why you see I've got to laugh. You see, in leadership, everything that comes to you, just swallow it and act above your brain. For sure, this is all I can do, and I'm grateful that my father's name has asked. My father was Muhanguzi. So he has asked the son to adduce to the world how he will manage the estate, son, on how he will manage the estate issues.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mr. Mchwezi. And at least I'm happy that he's smiling. Thank you, gentlemen. You at least have elevated him. He was really feeling tensional. So thank you so much, Mr. Mchwezi. We are going on the last round of audience questions to vying candidates. With this time, I'm going to start from the middle. Mr. Unanjurius, get back to the podium. This time, my lady, please. A lady, may you come after, please? Approve. Let's have a lady.
Protocol, sir. I'm called Perfect Masika. I wanted to ask Honorable Bunan, you talked of making thorough supervision, making sure that the students have attended to the lectures. How are you going to make sure? And more so, in addition to that, how are you sure that after making that thorough supervision, the students will be attending to the lectures?
Thank you so much. As I told you, Bunani Julius, he is a guild president of students, not lecturers. I'll make sure I consult from students how lecturers are attending to them every day.
Next to him. Silence. Next to him,
will be candidate Enoch. Candidate Enoch, take the podium. Ladies and gentlemen, let's pay attention. Ladies and gentlemen, order, 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 order. Order, 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 order. I believe what is making commotion, Mr. Oras, it is known you are the political assistant for Mr. Enoch, so you cannot give him a question. May we have another person, please?
So there are two programs. It has the day program and the weekend program. There is an essence covered under this. Many people are always busy at work and they only get time to attain academic excellence during weekdays. And the reason is one, these people are always fixed with their work. How are you going to be in the weekend program and you are going to represent us effectively when you are away?
I will answer you in two ways. First of all, I'm mandated to either change from weekend to day. Secondly, the issue of the guild president, it is for effective representation in the administration and outside the campus. In office, I have cabinet ministers, I have the vice president, I shall emphasize on delegation of powers.
Thank you. Thank you. Next candidate.
It doesn't mean that I must put a bill.
Mr. Enoch, your question is answered, please. Order. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear from one another. The next candidate is going to be Mr. Michael. Mr. Cosma, prepare as Michael takes the toll.
Anyway, matters gender sensitivity. Any lady willing to ask Michael? Lady?
Order. Gentlemen, can you please proceed? Gentlemen, hand over the microphone. You're not ready?
No, my name is... Thank you, Mr. Michael. You are aspiring to be the guild president, okay? And we normally say that when you become a leader, you become a center of jealousy to everyone who think that that person can work better than you. So, please pardon. When you become a leader, you become a center of jealousy to everyone who think that that person can work better than you, not so? No, for what? Now I'm to put the question. You wait for the question.
This man is not ready. Again, can you hand over the microphone? Yes.
Michael, let us maintain discipline. Please, discipline.
That's not your role, Michael. Stand and wait for the question.
Thank you very much. I have one question for you, Mr. Michael.
Yes.
I know that leadership comes from God.
Yes.
And above it all, me, I'm your leader in the class, and I'm not supporting you. What if you become the guild president? Will you give me a seat in your office?
Yes, we are here to collaborate, to unite, to work together. That's why we come up as your leaders. We're not here to create enmity. However, you support me or not, I have to work with you people.
Thank you. Mr. Kosma.
Excuse me, to supplement on that, a government with no
No,
opposition.
Mr. Julius, please. No. We are not allowing supplements here. Each man for himself.
Order.
Order. We have Kosma on the podium. Guys, be faster.
Yes, good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Yeah, I'm here to ask you one question.
It's okay.
Like so far since I joined this university, I've never seen, yes, we have our representative as those ones who come from outside Uganda, but we have never had anywhere where we are called upon to also show our presence in the university. So how are you going to help us also be known in the university, or to be able to bring other people from our country also to come and join the university? What are the strategies that you're going to put?
Okay. Now, I'm very happy you are a year 4 student overall, is it? I think, anyway, let me think. But you must have studied the doctrines of equity, that equity helps the indolent, the vigilant, not the indolent, okay? So if we have not fought for your rights, who would fight for them? Now, vote me, we fight together, we look for legal address, we see how those people should be represented in the guild cabinet, so that your addresses can be reached. Okay? And another thing, personally, I think Doreen Cephas, you have never approached Mr. Bassi to ask him about that, and he doesn't give you an answer. Because those people, I think, all people are supposed to be represented in the guild cabinet.
Thank you. Thank you. Next and last one on this session is Mr. Mchwezi.
Thank you so much. I'm called Mumza Joshua Clouds. I'm in year 4. Mr. Mchwezi, we have an issue at campus that we, the students of UPU, our rights are being undermined. For example, they bring such as e-voting without consulting us. You as a leader who is going to be in power, how are you going to make sure that our rights as students of UPU are maintained and we have a say in the UP, because we are stakeholders of that university. It's not family home that you come and bring any other new issue. Now tell us, as you, the new leader who is coming in. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, my brother, and all together you. I stand for the rights of the people. And indeed I believe that being a student I have been victimized in the similar callings. If it is victimizing you, they have indeed hurt me. For sure, I will always stand for that. I will make sure that the parliament is active to make sure that the resolutions are passed to favor the students, not anybody else. One, I'm this kind of a student who have risen from ash and hell. Having paid my school fees from senior 1, I believe whichever infringement is put on you financially impedes your future not to attain the best education. That's why you find many are dropping from the way. Fight. Fight, fight! Fight, fight! Fight, fight! Oh yeah! Fight, fight! Thank you very much. Allow me to honor this session. I believe, a moment I conclude to believe that the last will always be number one. As it is always stated in the books of Psalms.
Time.
113.
Ladies and gentlemen, you will allow me. We recognize the presence of some candidates who are watching us online. We thank you, those who are online. And we didn't have the access to inquiries for these candidates. We hope next time it will be attended on. And we have another category of students who are in the windows. In other words, they are seated outside. Much of it they are listening. We would request that they get 2 specific questions for specific candidates. And then we go for the second class session. Please, and be fast.
Thank you. My name is Sharif Elias, here for student. My question is addressed to Muchwezi. Do you think sexual harassment is rampant in institutions? I'm not specifying at the Mighty Uganda Pentecostal University. Let us say, in case it is at our institution, how best are you composed now to address this issue? Because we have had people who have used authorities to give their services, but in exchange for sex or for other things. How are you going to address this matter?
Very true. Indeed, he has shot the best question to the sexy candidate. I repeated and said this, but I don't mean the sexy you might think like. I mean a candidate, a leader who is jovial, a leader who moves in the modern epoch, a leader who moves with the modern yadistics. That's what I mean by being sexy, nice looking, that you can
answer the question, sir.
To his question, kind of moderator. To his question, how do I address that? Always, you might refer that to harassment when it is consent. Yes, whenever we realize that there was sexual harassment, we shall always constitute a team to investigate, a team of tribunals to investigate and see how we deal with such a person who uses undue influence, probably that duress, to exploit from the minor. Because we students, we are minors. So in any event, I will always put a team, and I'm a good investigator for 17 years. I will do that sufficiently, adequately. Thank you.
One last question, one last specific question from the outside people. 1, 2, 3. If I get, we cancel that. 1, 2, 3. Ready?
Yes. By the names of Chibenduka Wambale Chris, Omuso Munyamavero, all the way from Vundi Bujo, Omunyarenzorul. My question will go to my comrade Cosmas. You help me by the fact that I love your confidence. You help me answer this question and a big concern as per journalism and mass communication is concerned, and as a proud journalist. Our competitor, Mountains of the Moon University, happen to have an active radio station. At the Uganda Pentecostal University, the only role our studio plays is being a studio where IDs are taken. It is entitled or titled as an online station, but I myself have never aired any program in that studio. My question is, how will the Uganda Pentecostal online radio, or even if it is an FM radio, come to use, and when?
You are asking me the Omeda Sperandi. Now, listen, that actually, you have brought that question at the exact time. That radio happens to be positioned in a place which is next to the Wi-Fi. And its problem is the data. So we can extend that Wi-Fi, it comes closer to that room, so that the radio can always use the Wi-Fi, depending. Next, now, another issue, we have to promote also journalism and other courses related to also go to Kampala campus. Because Kampala campus, they only have one course.
Time is up.
To promote, we can also have them the other side.
Thank you, Mr. Cosmo.
Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, we want to thank you for the effervescence, for the persistence, for the patience, and for the endurance. But on our program, we are left with only one session, and then I hand over to the MC to do the last two things, which are just for the conclusion. Right now, we've had questions from the audience to the candidates. You will allow me, in about 10 minutes, allow the candidates, if any has a question for the other, order. So we'll only allow few questions, burning questions, if there is any. It will take 1 minute. The first one who feels it is really burning. Any question? I think it's only one candidate. Give him the microphone.
To the candidates, do you have any question to your fellow candidate, to put it right? Muchwezi, whom are you addressing your question to? No, one candidate. One candidate. We'll be specific, time bound. One candidate.
We cancel the session. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a long day, and we want to thank you. And I hand over back to the MCO today.
Okay, it's indeed. We have a few seconds remaining to render this day a success in the entire history of Uganda Pentecostal University. In this, we shall have to receive final remarks from the moderators. They were three: Engineer Kato Gilbert, Council Maureen Mikai Pinky, and the lead moderator, Mr. Ivan Ndiagumanawe. In that order, can we have them draw their conclusive remarks? Thank you.
Thank you so much. I want to respect the people in the house, the MC and our candidates today, and say thank you for this opportunity. And to the people who are going to vote, I want to say it is part of your responsibility that you have come here to witness what your candidates are. One quote to the candidates, I have one definition from John Maxwell. He defines leadership as influence, nothing less, nothing more. Go and influence.
Thank you, my co-moderator of the day. To those who came late, Council Mikai Maureen Pinky. The others were said. I want to thank you for your minimum respect, for keeping time, for obeying the rules of the House, because it is not for everyone. Thank you so much. For our candidates, thank you for showing us the respect. Thank you for showing us that you can digest question in seconds. I know you have seen who is a leader. Let the winning person win. I wish you all the best tomorrow. Let us vote someone who will bring UPU on board, because we really worked for UPU, we have worked for it, and we are still working for it, and we are still preaching about UPU. Thank you so much. I wish you all the best of the day tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you, my fellow moderators, and thank you for appealing to this call and making sure that it was effected today. I thank the audience. You've really been disciplined and very cooperative. To the candidates, apologies rendered where we went stiff and dragged, and you felt maybe personally you were inconvenienced. But as great leaders, as now people who are going to take up the UPU family in concerns and in their regards, you have to learn emotional intelligence. That someone will trigger you, not in bad faith, and you should be ready to handle every person, every student, given you are their leader. His Excellency Abbas, thank you for the work you've done. It is today that he has pushed us to. If it wasn't your good service, some things would not be correct, and maybe some errors would not have made us to this day. I applaud you. Thank you very much. And your Prime Minister. I really pray that don't go personal into the voting system. You remain a student and you still have a profession to pursue above these elections. So vote peacefully for your candidate, support them, and if he does not emerge the winner, please respect the one who has won, because at that time he will be the one you need to launch your concerns. Yes. I want to thank you and I wish you the very best in your voting tomorrow, and above it all, always pray for God to direct you into the right senses. Thank you very much.
Thank you, the moderators of today's debate. Ladies and gentlemen, we can now roll this way. We shall have to receive conclusive remarks or the closing statement from all the candidates. Draw your closing statement in a zigzag format. Allow me call Narinda Cosmas to draw your conclusive remark. Thank you. I think you have a few seconds to draw that.
Thank you, the MC, the panelists, my fellow contestants, Guild President and your team, Chairperson Electoral Commission, the podium at large, ladies and gentlemen, may I say good evening. I'm pleased this very evening for your attendance and thank you for the support. You have seen that it was just a battle of brains. That's what we were just having. But please vote leaders and make your choices very well. I will always remain your number one choice, Narinda Cosmas, General. Thank you very much.
For the record, Narinda Cosmas has been in the struggle and he says the struggle still continues. Aruta continue. We can invite Michael Taremwa to come and make your closing statement.
Tukudeleza Yesu, Yesu oli mwana wandika, omusa ogunaziza ebaza omulokozi. Hallelujah. God is good and all the time. Join me and we appreciate God for our lives. On a special note, I want to thank the panelists and my fellow candidates and our former guild president. However, he has not yet handed over to us, but we believe that that is the only way. Amina. I want to appreciate everyone that has attended in person. I really appreciate you so much. May God bless you for me. I want to remind you that let Taremwa Michael be your leader, who will always address your challenges. I'm sure that I'm not going to disappoint anyone. Otherwise, I wish you the best and safe journey as you are going in your respective places. Amina.
Thank you, presidential candidate Michael Taremwa. He has his past slogan and he echoed about transition. I saw Kutesa Abbas shaking, but that is the way to go. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to invite Enoch Tumwine to make his closing statement for today.
Muchwa campus oye! Kampala campus oye! I wish to thank the organizers of this event and our dear moderators, plus our guild president for having organized this function, and it has become successful. I have brief remarks. As we are aware, tomorrow we are voting. The voting is beginning at 7:30 to 4:30. That's what I'm told. And it will be online. You are requested to enroll because only enrolled students will be allowed to vote. And I hope the EC shall take us into that brief orientation after our brief remarks. And thank you for listening to us. And we appreciate those that have been listening and viewing online. I wish you a good evening and safe journey to your respective homes.
Thank you, Turnawe Enoch, for making your conclusive remark in a few seconds. Ladies and gentlemen, I think it's high time we invite Honorable Muchwezi to draw his conclusive remark. Muchwezi, today you have been so one of a kind. Respect time. 1 minute. Conclusive remark. Dear?
Precisely, I will say fight, fight. Fight, fight. Fight, fight. Thank you, moderators. Allow me to thankfully honor the chairperson, EC, the guild president, our mightyful university, the Uganda Pentecostal University. It is our home, and nobody of you should dare to burn it. It's our home. It will be tagged on us throughout our centuries. Please, that's why I stand here for both us here in Fort Potro and Kampala, that wherever you go, you will always be regarded as a descendant of Pentecostal University. Kindly, as we vote tomorrow, I wish you a sexy, fabulous procession to your talent centers, to your voting centers. May the Lord bless you, bless us all. Kindly, I will appoint all these brains to work with me when I'm the guild president. Thank you, thank you, thank you again.
Thank you, Honorable Richard Mchwezi. People loved the word sexy. I don't know why, but you will expound more, maybe. Ladies and gentlemen, let's allow the man who believes in values for social change, Bonani Julius.
Thank you so much, the speaker, the moderators, the guild president, the chairperson, Electoral Commission, my fellow guild aspirants, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. I want to thank everyone for having attended this presidential debate. And as our motto, competence, ideology, values for change. Competence stands of I have the ability to do something. Ideology, listen, I'm so much creative. Values, we have to be transformed from tradition to modern for better standards of living. Please, I thank you. Remember tomorrow to vote Bonani Julius. Bonani Julius, oye! Kampala Learning Center, oye! Principal, oye!
Thank you, and thank you. Asante sana to those who have been following online. Thanks for keeping up and joining this debate session. Can we have order? Anorin and the group, can we have order? Thank you. So, ladies and gentlemen, even the best dancer leaves stage. I would like to call the chairperson EC or the Electoral Commission to tell us the steps they have taken, how far they have prepared, and if any, is there any mitigating factor that could hinder the elections? We stand guided, Mr. Chair. Thank you.
The moderators of today, the guild president, His Excellency Abbas, and your team, our guild presidential aspirants, the audience at large, you are all most welcome. First and foremost, I am actually honored and pleased for the discipline you have exhibited this evening. Before you go further, yes, I want to bring it to you I want to bring it to your attention that as they have said, I have also been working with a sexy team. That is the Electoral Commission, Uganda Pentecostal University. If you don't mind, wherever you are, you can join me here. Then we deliver this speech, and as we assure them about tomorrow's function, kindly join me. Now, I want to assure you that for the first time in history, Uganda Pentecostal University is going to have e-voting for the first time. Those who are doing law, they may call it a precedent. And I believe this debate has been on Zoom, and it has been live, and it is going to be on record. Those who have missed today, they can go on YouTube and find this debate very well. Number two, I don't want to eat much of your time. I need to first address the issue of e-voting. This issue of e-voting came as a unanimous resolution at the levels of administration of the university. Now, the most burning issue was the graduates from Kampala Study Center. These guys have always complained for not being involved in this process.
So for those who have done law administratively, these decisions are made at the levels of the Senate. Those people who are below the ranks of that, we have no say. So we have to either abide or you quit. Now, if this issue was resolved, actually it was agreed on, we had to go with it. So we are actually calling everybody here to really embrace it, and this system works. We have tested. Actually, by the time we introduced this issue to all these presidential aspirants, we had to call them, and by the time we introduced it, it was actually not easy. Actually, they all expunged it, and we had to calm them down, and most of them, I think, you know, they are educated people, they had to understand. So as I think of today, there is no one who has any doubt in this system, because we tested with them. Because I am going to take you through the process. When the moment you vote, you cast your vote, the system cannot allow you to vote twice. We tested with these presidential candidates. I think they have assured you. So I am here with the team of Electoral Commission to assure you that your vote is going to be securely guaranteed. And I don't expect any excuse. Today it has been a day of rehearsals, or you may call it practice. Tomorrow it is the main match. So these people have presented their manifesto to you. For us as Electoral Commission, our role was to level ground for everybody. For us, we don't determine the outcome of tomorrow. The determinants are you voters. It is you who is going to determine who must be the guild president 2024-2025. So long as the ground is well leveled for everybody, and it is on record. By the time we entered in our office, we have not received a single complaint about maybe accusations and malpractice and what have you. So I have to say that maybe we are still at par, and we still continue to welcome those who are not contented with the system. You can also come and complain. For us, we are ready to calm the situation. Now, the only thing here is you have to enroll yourself in the system. Of the candidates will be displayed. Then you select the one you want. Then you submit the ballot. Before you submit, there is the option of confirming first before you cast. See if the candidate you have selected is your choice. If you find that candidate is not your choice, there is option of cancelling. You cancel and go back. Then from there, you will have voted.
And the moment you vote, your vote will be reflected on the system. Because tomorrow we are going to have our command center, and it will be displaying how votes are going to be casted. And at the end of the day, we shall produce a report, and that data can be downloaded. In case there is any query, you can even know how many people voted, how many people never voted. So the system is okay. Just welcome it. Now, those who have challenges of verification, you need to go to the office of admissions. These people, they are going to be there tomorrow, from morning up to evening. The moment you try to vote and you fail, you just run to them. Immediately they will enroll you. And those who have changed their contact from the system, because they're supposed to be matching. If the telephone number you registered, you are not having it now, you have to rectify it by registering them the current number you are having. Because if you don't do that, you will not vote. You will not get that VIN number I have told you. Yes. Otherwise, I am calling upon everybody to show up. The voting starts at 7:30 to 4:30 p.m. So, the ball is now in your hand to either praise your candidate or you disappoint him or her. On that matter, therefore, I can allow anyone from the commission who want to say anything, then we proceed. Thank you very much.
The chairman has...
Good evening. Me, I'm called Morongi Deo. Right now, I'm acting as a commissioner. So I just wish you success in this activity.
Thank you, the EC, the Electoral Commission. Ladies and gentlemen, I think it's time we sign out. I remain Kakuli Emmanuel, Fortes et Liber, for God and my country. The presidential candidates, may the best candidate win. Thank you. Shake hands as we make this come together.
Thank you.